Wonderful good day, ladies and gentlemen. Precious Metal Fair here in Munich 2014. And I have, I would say, quite famous company now with me here. Also, we had guys a lot of times already on Commodity TV. IncaOne, now called Gold, not Resources, IncaOne Gold. And with me here is Edward Kelly, the CEO of the company. Ed, thanks for taking the time.
Thanks, man. It's good to be here again.
Absolutely. I'm a big fan of your company. I think a lot of people know that. And what me impresses always, and what I really love is when people say something and then they deliver. And you guys have delivered. So I think it would be appropriate if you say a little bit about the last, let's say, 6 months. What happened? What have you achieved altogether? You got the money in the bank and you started to, fourfold almost your production.
Yeah, that's right. Going back to, I guess, April, May of last year, we completed on the financing. It was a $5.5 million debt financing, and that was to be able to build out our plant in Chala from 25 tons per day to 100 tons per day.
That's currently happening, right?
Yeah, pretty much. We've come to the end of that development now. We're in a bit of all the pieces for the build out are now on site. Every component is there now, and the final sort of touches and pieces are being assembled, and some of the testing is being completed now as well. The crushing circuit is completely finished now, and we are using it on a daily basis, crushing and storing ore.
Fantastic.
So we hope that, as we set out from the beginning, we said we'd be finished this upgrade by the end of December of this year, and looks like we're on target for that.
Perfect. You're also on budget? Not only on time?
Yes.
Because budget is also important?
Budget is important. All indications are right now that it's looking good. And we spent a little bit more on some things for some extra components to be able to build out to some additional capacity, but we felt that that was a good use of the money at the time and time savings as well.
Fantastic. As you are working, I would say, like a permitted government entity, because you are licensed for this, what you are doing. And
we're under the formalization process still. We've done all the necessary paperwork, completed it and submitted it to the government, and now it's just in process. But we're able to, during that process, we're still able to operate.
When do you expect that this is finished, this process? Next year?
Yeah, it's like, it should be any time actually, but I'm safely saying probably Q1 next year.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Of course, you're doing toll milling. Yeah?
A little bit different, I'd say more ore processing.
Okay, ore processing, but that means the ore has to come from somewhere, and now you are rising your production. So that means you need more ore, obviously. How does it work? Do you secure on a long-term contract basis? How many suppliers do you have? Are they small, big? Are they mixed? How does it work?
Yeah, well, it's sort of a mixed bag. It's all of those. There's a number of small miners that would be able to bring their ore to a certain area.
Those are locals, right?
Locals, and we just buy the ore when they want to sell it to us. There's no contract in place per se. But we've set up a depot in the southern part of Peru where there's about 16,000 miners, and we're collecting ore from them on a regular basis now. We're planning to set one up in the northern part here very shortly. We do have a few contracts that we have signed that are larger mines, and once our plant has been completed and we've got our scale and our labs finished, then we can start bringing in that ore as well.
You have also your own scale in the lab.
Yeah,
so you can test on site.
That was part of the build out, is that we built our own scale, 80-ton scale on site, so that we can give a really good service. It's really a service that we're providing too, so that it's accurate and inspected by the government. We're in control of that, and gives more confidence to the miners that it's full kind of service.
But it means you have a big competitive advantage through that, of course.
Yeah,
it's simple, but it is.
Doing it before, we were using another scale in the town, and there was maybe some issues around whether that scale was accurate or not. Now we can for sure feel confident, and the miners can feel confident that it's inspected regularly by the government.
Yeah, I believe the miners, when they feel comfortable, they would love to bring the ore to you, rather than to somebody else maybe.
Yeah, it's like any kind of business, right? You like to do business with people you know, like, and trust. And this is no different.
Let's talk a bit about the coming year 2015, because when I do my mathematics right, and when I read through your press releases, I see now you have bought, you have installed 250-ton mills.
That's right.
Yeah? You had already a 25-ton per day, call it little unit. Yeah. So that says to me 125 tons maybe per day are possible. So let's put it like that. Okay. I know you cannot talk about everything now,
I mean,
but
there's no surprise. I mean, we've released through press releases that the ball mills are 50 tons per day each. Originally, we weren't sure if we're going to be able to use the old line or not. Looks like we are, just from the engineering. Our engineers have been able to design it so that we can use it and have that extra capacity. And originally, we were going to include that in the 100 tons, but we found some ways to be able to have a good use of money and, most importantly, time savings. So we decided to spend a little bit of extra money now versus in the future, when it would be probably 3 or 4 times as much to do it.
Perfect, perfect. And as you are independent from the gold price, of course, because you charge per ton, you charge per working unit, you charge, you get a bit from the selling price, etc. So that's perfect for you. Can we talk a little bit about numbers? Because when I do my mathematics again, and when I look at your presentation, which is also officially here, we talk about, I think it was 0.8 ounces. There was an example, and then you said something, or you wrote something like between $8 and $9 million you will make then per annum.
Yeah, we're looking at, say for the 2015, we'd like to be able to get, say at 100 tons per day average. You're looking at about 34,000 tons that's going to be produced. And if our average grade, what we've been stockpiling so far is about 0.8. We're forecasting, telling people, as far as our forecasting goes, is about 0.5 and building from there. But our initial results are coming in at about 0.8 of an ounce.
So they're better than you thought.
Well, it's what we'd like to have gotten to, but conservatively speaking,
it's always good to be conservative.
But it's looking good, and from those numbers, we'll probably come in around, depending on the gold prices, but you're looking at somewhere around $30 million in sales.
Wow, super. That's fantastic.
And a net operating income around 8 to 9 million is what we're discussing.
So that's probably a PE of 1 by today.
Currently today, our market cap is about 9 million.
Lovely, great. So what is the plan then for the future? Do you want to raise the 100 tons? Do you want to grow the company?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, there's no secret. We started out in this business not to just be at 100 tons per day. We really see under the formalization process, whenever there's a policy change, sometimes governments do make good policy changes, and in this case in Peru, they've done a really good job of managing this huge change down there. It's a multi-billion-dollar market. And sometimes revolutions spark out of this, right? But there's always great business opportunities that come out of revolutions, and this is what's happening in Peru right now. And we've stated, in our marketing materials, we don't want to be just 100 tons per day. But you got to start somewhere.
Of course.
We started off at 25 tons and went through a test milling phase and learned that. Make small mistakes and it costs you a small amount of money. Now we're going to 100 tons, and we're in the market right now looking at acquisitions.
You are educated now.
Yeah, to a certain point. There's still more to come, but there's no secret, we want to be able to grow. Our business plan shows growing at organically at 50 tons per quarter, but through acquisitions, we know we can speed that up significantly and be at our goal in the next couple of years.
Maybe already acquisition target? I don't know.
We're always looking.
I like the smile. Fantastic. I'm not forcing you to say something, of course not, but I like the smile. Great. Yeah, fantastic. Edward, thank you very much. We keep fingers crossed that this work out, and that from the first quarter on you are really over the 100 tons and in commercial production hopefully then, and get the money into the company.
Absolutely.
Great, thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Edward Kelly, the CEO of IncaOne Gold. Well, you heard it, they started with 25 tons, now they are going over the 100 tons, and as I have a good feeling it will be more than 100 tons, as it looks like they are in time, they are in the budget, and from first quarter on we will see real nice production there. So the company starts to make not only positive cash flow, they will earn some good money next year, and they will grow the company. Maybe through a nice acquisition, we don't know, we will see. We keep you posted. Check out the company. Thanks and bye-bye from Munich.